All right, everyone. Normally I wouldn't go live, but it's been a really long day today. I was up at 5 o'clock this morning, go to work, come back, rush back, LFC, AFC. We've done the business, we won. Uh, this is the story I'm going to tell you. The reason why I probably do sort of like jump the gun a little bit with reactions. I know everyone's entitled to their opinion. I know everyone has a right to say what they say. But I'm in the, how can I describe it? I'm in a real big circle now of what it means to be a Liverpool fan, and I'll tell you why. Basically, I worked at Anfield over the last year, from January 2020 to the end of the year 2020, and I've seen the club from the inside and the out. Obviously, I worked through the pandemic. I went in when everybody was on lockdown for the first initial lockdown, so I've seen the heart of the club. I spoke to Jordan Henderson when he had his knee injury. We was about to lift the trophy on the podium. So I probably am a little bit too emotional when it comes to Liverpool. I'm involved with AFC Liverpool at the moment, which you know. So we went there today, and we were back at the ground we used to play in at. Some You'll Never Walk Alone. We had all the flags out, and we won, and it was great. And I remember as the final whistle went, our left back Brad, he literally quickly, the final whistle went, he started running down the touchline. I said, "What are you doing?" He went, "I'm a season ticket holder. I need to get to the game." So our lads won the game today and then jumped literally card straight to the game. And that's what I'm saying. I'm involved in the heart of the Scouse people. They're my friends. They're the people that I love to bits. None of them panic. None of them panic about signings. They don't panic about anything because they believe in this team. And in Jurgen Klopp, he is, in my opinion, the Shankly of our era, of the era that we are in right now. When he speaks, you listen. For example, with the Super League idea, the first thing he said was, "I will sort this." I was at the game the other week in the pre-season friendly when I seen Henderson couldn't even look at us. He looked emotional. He didn't know what was going on. So what did I do? I came back here and I gave this big emotional video saying, if Liverpool can treat him like this, I am done with him. Because it's not the Liverpool way. It never has been the Liverpool way. This group, and I keep saying this, and I will bang my head against the wall and keep saying it, I want to bring, for this group, the heart of Anfield to it. And in what I've learned since I've lived here is, we stick together around here. We do not mock each other. We do not even slag each other off. We get behind each other, right? So today, AFC Liverpool, we come out, we put the flags out, we sing "You'll Never Walk Alone." And our crowd was down today by about 100. And do you know why our crowd was down today by about 100? Because they come to watch Liverpool. Because our staff, that club that I work for, are Liverpool fans that set this club up. But their priority is Anfield. A lot of people get it twisted, think, we are Liverpool. We are the non-league Reds. But if you spin that, right, I actually was buzzing today. So I got back from the game today. Bear in mind, it was a 3 o'clock kickoff. So I got back today about 5:25. I could hear Anfield. Bear in mind, I live just at the bottom of the Archives Lane, so Anfield's over there. I got in my car, I pulled in the car that brings me sorry. I pulled all the bags that I had from the game and I chucked them, I put them in the washer, I did my job as kit man, and then I went, right. It was like, I couldn't even have time to get changed. I said, come on, let's go and watch Liverpool-Chelsea. The noise as I was going up Anfield Road was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. You could hear everything. And then I got into the church and the archives where we were watching it, and I'm like, everyone was so positive. There was no slagging off of anyone in the pubs. So I thought, you know what? It must be fine. I mean, I thought the group would actually have a real good, educated conversation tonight about the game, but they haven't. And I can't understand what you're seeing. What are you seeing? When we signed Harvey Elliott 2 years ago, right, what did you think? If you didn't think, oh, I reckon he's going to be a really good player in a couple of years, I want him to make Liverpool's team, like I did. Or did you think, 45% of our supporters at the moment don't want him now, I'd rather have a £90 million player? What the fuck did Romelu Lukaku do today? Really? Van Dijk has not played in a fucking year and he had him in his pocket. Matic was even better, right? So Robertson's just come back from injury, which was a nasty one. I was there, we was right in front of it. It was a terrible tackle, right? Or terrible injury, sorry. Right? Van Dijk's just had a year out, he's on game 3. The first 2 games, if you've ever played football, the first 2 games you get through on adrenaline. Today he was amazing. Matic was amazing, right? Henderson was getting shit when I looked at the group at half time. What? What game are who's watching? And then I heard Mane needs to get dragged off. Do you know what I find so bloody annoying? It's how spoilt some of our fans are. I was devastated every bloody year that we didn't win the Premier League, because I was one of those that said, we're going to do it this year. We're going to do it this year. Can you imagine having friends that are Man United fans, Man City fans, or whatever, Chelsea fans? They're not even fans. I was going to games week in, week out while they were sat at home giving me shit on their keyboard. So can you imagine like waiting 3 decades to win your first league title, and these lads go and do it? And all of our, I apologise for that. Some of our fan base want nobodies in for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 million, and not the boys that won us the European Cup, the Premier League, the Super Cup, the World Cup, and let's not forget got us to the Europa League final, the Champions League final. It's disgraceful. And do you know what? This group, I don't care if it grows any bigger, because if it gets to the point where all it is one of them stupid groups where you get all these idiots that don't know their arse from their elbow, I'll just delete it. I'm not bothered. Because guess what? The real supporters, like Klopp said, are happy that all them players have signed new contracts. The real supporters are happy that Harvey Elliott is strutting his stuff as an 18-year-old. I had to have a word with somebody in the pub earlier when he bollocked Harvey Elliott for giving away the ball. I said, he's fucking 18. He's 18. What were you doing at 18? And then I just got a comment on the group right now saying, oh, so you're slating people for a difference of opinion. I thought it was You'll Never Walk Alone. Yeah, You'll Never Walk Alone is for the people on the same page, mate. It ain't for the people that are trying to... Look at Arsenal TV. Arsenal TV has destroyed Arsenal. The comments on this group tonight and the comments that you see off the FSD at Brigade are the ones that destroy football clubs. And whilst I live and breathe outside Anfield, I will not have that negativity in my group. If this group becomes Arsenal TV in terms of everybody thinks they're Jurgen Klopp, everyone thinks they're Michael Edwards, all I do is sing from the hymn sheet of the club, because I hear the noises from the club and I know what Jurgen believes in. I know the man. If Jurgen Klopp thought that FSG were a bunch of knobheads and not good enough, he would go. He would go. But all yous want, them ones that moan, is this sign and that sign. I guarantee you this now, Manchester United will not finish above us this season, even though they've got all these Galacticos. Who cares? Fernandes used to take free kicks and penalties, now Ronaldo will take them off him. I'm not bothered about them. The point is, our team is the same. And I'm going to use an example here. This club I work for. We have had the same squad now for 3 seasons. And we literally know each other's game like the back of our hand. We know the run he makes, the run he makes, the run he makes, no matter what level you play at, right? What do you want? You slag Navigator off for being injured all the time. He's now not been injured all season, right? Harvey Elliott is a world beater. Today he had the confidence to be on the ball and everything, right? Mane tried his best. It was his reason that we got the second with a penalty. But I can't understand. I generally didn't get this tonight when I go on the group and everybody's all falling out of each other. We have just drew with Chelsea, right, that beat Man City in the Champions League final, that have spent like 500 million over the last 3 or 4 windows, right? They come here today thinking they were going to do us, and they didn't. We're still undefeated. We still go again. Van Dijk has played 3 or 4 games in the last year. And you expect us to cream people. The problem is with our fans is some of us have been spoiled. You ain't got no divine right to win anything. Look what Man United has spent. They haven't won a trophy for 4 years. And that's what bothers me, right? I always go with my heart with that club. I love that club more than anything, right? I've worked there. I've got coronavirus working there. I've scrubbed the floors. I've cleaned the cop. I've lifted the trophies on the pitch. I've scored a penalty, whatever. I've followed that club through thick and thin. I moved from my hometown 150 miles to be here. That's how much I love this club. So I stick up for them a little bit biased. I might be. But I know what is right. I know the right way to support Liverpool. And if you are hammering them after they just drew with Chelsea, so what? They went down to 10 men. They just sat back. Azpilicueta was fouling nearly every single player, every set piece, right? It was a disgrace the amount of fouls they got away with. But if you are here to support Liverpool for reasons with it looks great when we get a new shirt, it looks great when we get a marquee signing, there's nothing, like Klopp said, there's nothing we can do for you. And I will go to the grave believing this way. So if you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me. But that's the reason why Klopp and all of us are on the same page. Liverpool is Liverpool. We ain't Chelsea. We ain't Man City. We don't give 5,000 tickets out a week free because we need to fill our stadium. We don't buy £100 million players. Everyone mentions Coutinho and Alisson. That's because we sold. Sorry, everyone mentions Alisson and Van Dijk. That's because we sold Coutinho. If we win the league now with Konate being our only signing, we are plus 30 million in profit. But some of our fans don't want to see that. They want to see us minus 400 million. But guess what? I spoke to a Scouser tonight that's been going to Anfield since he was, a teenage boy, 40 years, 50 years. He says, we saved that fucking club. Going in there every week with our money when we had fuck all to keep the club going, right? All these people wanting all these signings, they don't care about the finances of the club. They don't give a shit if it was melted down and we went bankrupt, because guess what? They jump ship and go and fucking support somebody else. Well, guess what? I've got the backs of the Scousers, the place where I live, the place where my kids go to school, and I've got Jurgen Klopp's back, FSG's back, and everything. And if you want to be on this group to try and bring it down, make it an Arsenal TV, you can have an opinion, you can say this guy played crap, that guy played crap, but if you say you've got to have an educated football brain, if you say that them lads were a joke, not good enough, Klopp needs to go, FSG out, leave the group, you'll never walk alone.